I guess, Lenny, we'll start with the win. A really gutsy one, I guess, for you guys, but it must have been nice to come away with those points. They're going to be pretty crucial.
Yeah, for sure. I touched on it after the game that it was a scrappy win. Fiji are always physical, and they just brought it to us. I think they beat us at our game in patches there. But yeah, happy enough to get the win there.
How much does it feel like it is still a bit of a work in progress with this group at the moment, just to get everything right on the day?
Yeah, for sure, because the week before we beat the Hurricanes, so it's just finding that consistency and then just playing at that level that we know we can play at for the rest of the season.
For you, always nice to get over the stripe a couple of times?
Yeah, no, it was good to score. That was my first try for the year. I was kind of thinking about it, and I was like, I haven't really gone a few games without scoring, and and then I ended up scoring, so it was nice to get a try there.
Has it been a tough one, like this season, coming back from the injury and then just having a bit of a stop-start year? Yeah,
for sure. The first couple of rounds were pretty slow for myself, and then just picking up an injury against the Highlanders, so everything was going to plan, didn't end up going to plan, so it was just getting out there and knowing that I was just backing myself and knowing that I can play at that level. So I was just happy to get out there and play the last 2 games.
Lenny, who did come up with the post-try celebration? Was that you? Was it Sammy? I don't know, was it premeditated or? Oh
yeah, I had it in the back of my mind. Me and my son point at each other like this. So I think my partner was a bit jealous. She was like, "Oh, is that your guys' thing now?" So she was a bit jealous about it.
Very good. But in terms of the performance, like ill discipline on the weekend, I know there were a few scrum penalties that probably mounted up as well, but how much does that need to be fixed this week?
Yeah, obviously that was one factor in how we went, was just our penalties and just multiple penalties on top of each other. Didn't help us in the fence, but I think it's massive for us, and that just comes down to winning the collisions. I think we didn't win the collisions in parts of the game, and it just forced Jewel back into the game. So I think if we can get our collisions and our contact areas right, then I think we'll be good this week.
So then you think it's a relatively simple fix to you in terms of the discipline stuff there? It's more about winning the collisions rather than sort of decision making?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's more in that area, winning collisions, and then just putting time in that tackle, slowing them down. Yeah, that's it.
And what about the Tars this week? Obviously you guys have had a great run against them over the past few years now. What are the dangers of this game and how do you go into it?
Yeah, I think for us we treat Tar week as every other week. It's always a tough game, and they sure like to turn up when they verse us. So I don't think no matter how bad they're going or good, it's always a tough game against the Tars. So the boys will be looking forward to it.
Darcy, obviously news that he's heading off. You guys, known each other since you were at school, came down to Canberra together, Vikings, through the Brumbies pathway. How are you feeling about his departure at the end of the season? Obviously Darcy's leaving. He's one of my best mates. He's my best mate, so it's hard to see him go. He's got a baby on the way, and would have been nice to have Lennox and little Darcy Swain Jr. Growing up together, but I'm just happy for him. I think he's seen an opportunity to go over to the Force, and he wants to be a leader there, and I'm just happy for him. Also a sign of keeping the best players in Australian rugby, isn't it? I know you guys are stacked basically in the second row here, so it's a good thing for Australian rugby. Is that how, even though you'd love to have him here, that's got to be a silver lining to it, I guess?
Yeah, for sure. I think he just wanted to, be a leader. He wants to lead the forward pack, and no better job for him to go over there and be the leader of the Force pack. I'm just proud of him.